Hello and welcome back to SnowRunner with me, Mark from ZIKZ, and we're back in the ZIKZ, our lovely blue truck. We're heading across the bridge that we built in the last episode to the island out here, which is one of the disused oil rigs, and I'm going to see if from over here we can cut back to the timber yard, because it will save quite a chunk of time, but it does look like we're going to have to cut across a swamp to do it. But this truck certainly hasn't let us down yet. So we'll give it a go. I think it's just keeping in range of winch points is important. So we can pick up drilling equipment here. Interesting. We'll have a review of where we are with the missions after this little jaunt. Basically, we need one more load of timber to complete another bridge. Now that way looks quite landed, but I'm not sure. Let's see. Let's have a look at what it looks like over here. I'm not sure whether to go the longer way that looks like it's got more land, or the shorter way that looks like swamp. My word, that's soft. We bellied out on the bottom. I think we have. We'll go round that ledge, I think, onto what's pretending to be a bit of a track. There you go, just winches across to the side. It drags you out of the mud, even if it's not behind you. Just getting dragged around can help you get some traction. We're going to go into that low gear and get the diffs locked up. There you go, winch to get us going. No shame in winching whatsoever. Not only is it a lifesaver, it's sometimes the only way to get around. This is what, yeah, I think I'm going to just try and cut straight across here. There seems to be a few trees across here, so let's see how we get on. I get the impression that once we've completed the metal beams mission, then we can start heading on to the next map, but let's see. This is our first challenge. As long as there are enough winch points to keep dragging ourselves around on. Do just remember in these situations to check on the manual winch attachment. Sometimes you'll see points you're not picking up by just trying to do it with Y, but as long as they keep coming, you don't need to worry too much about that. Our headlights seem to have lit up the side of the reeds that was on the wrong side of the reeds there. Did you see that? I don't know. Again, the mist is in full effect, bless it. Always misty around here. Yeah, we're managing to crawl along. We get in range of that next tree, just over there. We're absolutely laughing, but as long as we don't get bogged down, there you go. That'll get us over there. There you go, look. It is worth going to manual just to have a little look around. And the stuff on the ground very rarely seems to break. I hope I haven't just jinxed myself. We're getting some engine damage. We don't want to stay around here for too long. Is that it? Okay, we're out of the deep bit. Are we in range of that tree yet? Once we are, we're home and dry. Although it's not really very dry anywhere, is it? We seem to be far from home. The garage is a whole map away. Right, there we go. Sorted. And this is the track we used to cut down before, so we know it's reasonably reliable. Yeah. What a mess. What a mess around here. Mind you, this swamp couldn't have grown overnight because of a flood. It must have been here for a while. There you go, we're out. Let's just have a little think. The timber yard's straight up the end, so we'll go up to here. Which way we bring the timber back maybe is a different situation. Just a little double check. I think it was easier to get down this track before with a load on the truck, but maybe it's just because we haven't really got going yet. But this seems a little bit scrabbly, but we're making it. Yeah, I think the difference on this map is pulling off the side of the track is absolutely no guarantee of firmer land, and maybe it's even softer. But so far, disaster has not struck us down. So let's get up here. We should be able to set up some kind of garage, surely. I still think there should be a garage vehicle. I could do a change in the tyres on a couple of things, I think, but we're making do with what we've got. And here we are, we're here. We can get a load of wood, and then we can figure out the best thing to do with it. We've got to take it over to... where have we got to go? Over to... not there. Oh, that's the vehicle we need to take back as well. We've got to remember to drag him back down to the farmer's house. But for this load of wood, we want this one here. It's got nothing to do with that dark patch. It's there we are. So we can cut back to where the 4x4s are and cut down south. We could go back and... we could cut through the swamp and go back that way. I don't know. But what I do know is this Fleetstar needs to pick up a load of metal beams so we can complete the pylon mission. Some concrete blocks here too, which might be handy to know. Right, let's try and get this cargo with no hitch, please. Crane mode, outriggers out. We've tipped the trailer over, which is something I actually forgot to do, of course, because we needed to do that if the load was secured. We've tipped that over, deploying the crane, but so we can now stow the crane. And drive around the other side of the trailer. That was handy. There you go. Handy little disaster. Now I'm very pleased to be back in this truck. I'm very attached to it, as you all know. We'll see how much longer he is the one that can serve us. He's the only one that's tipped over on this map so far. Not... we're attached to the wrong thing. Why aren't we attaching to this one? There we are. Right, we've got to twist this over, I think. There you go. And just lift it the bare minimum. Keep the arm in. The camera angle isn't great for this sort of stuff sometimes. Right, now we can just lift him and swing him on. There you go. Pack cargo. Restore crane. Off we go. Thank you, building. No more clipping. We're not going anywhere we haven't been. Let's have a little look on the map, shall we? Stops the engine out of habit, just in case. Right, so this is where we've come into the map. This is our southeast corner where we are, and we need to take it up to the fallen pole. So that's nice and easy. This track here is very narrow through here. The White Star couldn't get through there. Maybe the Fleetstar can. There's a big old fuel trailer in there which we could refuel at, which would be handy. We might try and cut through there. Come on, let's see. Nothing ventured. Bounce, bounce, bounce. I can hear nice mechanical work noises going on here in the background. Can you hear that? But there's nobody here. Or was that my imagination? My imagination. Or the truck clanking. It sounded like there was like hammering noises. Forgive me. No, it is. Yeah, it's me clanking about. I do that when I get up from recording. Something else I got in common with this lovely truck. Oh, we stopped dead there. What was that? It felt like we hit something, but again, we didn't take any damage. It's gooey, but we've got the good tyres. best tyres we can get on these trucks, I think. There are no mud tyres, and we've got the chained versions to go into the snow with. Yeah, we're doing it, we're doing it. Right, so we're back up here where the loaf is in attendance. He was taking that fuel trailer back to swap it for a new one or just get the money back. I'll decide later. I'll attend to that off camera. So we need to go here, and then we're going to try to squeeze through here. See how it goes. It's just over there. I really should know better now, but things still seem to be much longer distances on the map than they actually are. I guess that's better than it being the other way around. Right, how are we doing for fuel? We're okay. Right, let's see if we can get up through these rocks. So we're a little bit narrower than the Western Star. Sorry, the White Star. The White Western Star, is that what it's actually called? Or the Western White Star. How confusing can one truck's name be? Right, come on, can we make it? Can we get round that rock? Yeah, we can get round the rock. Sure, we can get around the rock. Let's reverse back up here a little way. And we'll go through here. Put the light on for what it's worth. And can we get past this tree and around this tree and then over here? We've hit a tree. It's alright, back up a little bit. More lock. We're out. Are we out? We're out, we're out, we're out, we're out. Are we around the rock? It's the most yes, there you go. Where's the actual track now? Down here. Ooh. Ooh, it's a little bit tippy. Be careful. There we are. We got around the choke point. Let's not tip over now. Oh, just caught it. But can I get the truck up? Yes. Just. Right, let's get the truck up here. I need to get the camera out. A situation like this, I think it's safest to reload that from up here. Come on, trees, work with me. Crane mode. We're going to try and pick it up and drag it, lift it straight back up onto the back of this lorry. The one way we can't tip it is backwards, I hope. Right. Come on. Lift. Lift, lift, lift. Do we need to drag it a little way? Ah, right. It's moved. It's moved. Up. Right. I can barely move it. Can we park next to it and pick it up? Let's try that. We'll get down onto this bit of rock. Hopefully, how stable is that going to be? Yeah, that rock looks quite flat actually. If we can stop the here, I don't think we'll tip. Right. Lower the arm. Tighten the winch. Bring it in, bring it in, bring it in. Just enough. So a bit quiet, I'm a little bit concentrating. Lift it just a little bit. Come on, get it on, get it on. He's on. Restore crane. Pack cargo. Onwards. Right, here's this whopping great big fuel trailer. I don't know if this is linked to a mission. What I have none of on this map is anything that can pull a semi-trailer. I don't want to refuel from it, because if it is from a mission it needs to be full when it gets to an objective. I'll just leave it. We've got plenty of fuel. It's not an issue. Wow, that one rock nearly tipped me over there while I was wittering away. We nearly went over. Right, focus. I think that's the difference on this map actually. There seems to be a lot more little things, whether it's mud holes or that rock, that could just catch you out. And this truck is a little bit wobbly. It is on the raised suspension. Now, is that necessarily a good thing? At some stage I may experiment with that a little. But for now, I think we haven't got far to go. And the road does not look, if I can stay on it, too challenging. But it's always the camber that's ready to get you. Yeah, maybe I'll run an experiment in another saved game of the comparative tippiness of raised and unraised suspensions on this truck. It's probably its only weak point. Here we are though. We're here. That's all that matters. And by ourselves. No help required. There you go. All the power lines go up simultaneously. 610 XP. That's quite a lot. Right, we have a little look at the map now then. We've unlocked instruments of development. So it wants us to get 3 pieces of drilling equipment, and it looks like there's 1 at each abandoned site, and get them back to the warehouse, which is back down where the Fleetstar picked up his metal beams. So does that mean there's 1 at each site we've got to pick up? And are they the big load that needs the big bed to go on, or can we pick it up? Off camera I'm going to drive the Fleetstar up to here just to see what we can do there. Okay, we waited till next morning, but here we are arriving now. Can we pick up a load of drilling equipment on this truck? Not enough space, so we do need the big trailer, as in the one that needs the semi. There's the long trailer, or we've got the big lorry. But while we're here, I think we're going to try and get that load of wood back across the swamp. And then we've got the Fleetstar here to maybe lend a little assistance if necessary. So let's park this one up here. Stop engine. The map. ZIKZ. Right, yes, let's see if we can get back across the swamp. And then we're going to need to go back to the garage, perhaps with a lorry, and see what we can do to either mod the 4-wheel steer lorry so that it's a little bit more capable in this mud, because I couldn't even get it moving where it was before when we found it, and perhaps put, which lorry should we send back? The Western Star might be a better option. Right, we need to get back across here, don't we? This looks like roughly where we cut across before. In fact, that was over there, just ahead of us. Right, let's get through this junction. This is that wet bit. It is a very wet bit through here. No. Diff locks are required. A little bit of a pull. Right, this will save quite a bit of time if we can get back across this way. So, Geronimo. All going to depend on the winch points that we can find to keep us moving. Let's have a look manually. There you go, that one up in front of us wasn't getting picked up when we were just trying to auto attach the winch. We need to get in range of that big tree. We are, see, but it still wouldn't get the auto. Oh, that was rubbish. Still wouldn't get the auto winch to the big tree. So there he is. So that's us across here. And then I think if I remember correctly, there was a few trees on the ground. There's a deep bit of water, so let's just keep moving. And then over here. So we can get dragged sideways through the mud. We don't get tipped over, obviously. We've got no traction whatsoever. I will just mention that. Which way do we want to go? I think we're going to go that way. Yeah, that's working, that's working. Not far to go now. Put us back this way, that's fine. And there you go, we've got one up ahead of us. We made it, that saved us. Oh, what's happening there? We pulled the tree out of the mud. It's fully erect. Drag us this way, yeah. Nice big strong tree, and then we've got the ones up ahead of us now to get us out. There you go. Just using all the winch points around really just to keep us moving. There you go, we seem to have hit the ground. And we're running. Well, that saved us a bit of time, so I'm glad we did that. No diff locks, we can get in the proper gearbox. Let's just sort out where it is we need to go. So we need to get the wooden planks down across the bridges that we built back down this track, which I don't think we've used, and over here to build this bridge so we can access this abandoned drilling site to get the parts from there. So I think I'll bring one of the scouts with his fuel trailer down this track to rendezvous with the blue truck around there. But I think for now we're going to get back to the White Western Star, who is over here. He's going to pick up this second load of metal beams. I need to start my engine first, and I can get the crane going. Now, while he's on here on this map and over this end of the map, I thought, well, he might as well have a little look around, because he's quite capable. And as I'll show you on the map when I've finished hauling this on, there we are. I think we might need some metal beams. I'm suspicious, I don't know. But since they're here, I'm guessing there's a reason the map has them, and I suspect that reason may be the fallen antenna mission, which is over here somewhere. So I think we're going to drive around here in the White Western Star. I'm thinking we're going to send this one back, maybe to get the attachment to get the semi-trailer on, so we can get the drilling parts moving to where they need to go. And before we do that, we might as well, since he's over here, he's got a lot of fuel, get the most out of him. Now there is a watchtower not far from here. In fact, I can see the watchtower just over there, behind the trees. Now, we still haven't got lock-in diffs for this guy, but so far it hasn't made much of a difference. But we don't want to get too complacent, do we? Let's have a look at where this watchtower is. It looks wet. It's really not far away though. It's there. Surely we can get in and out of here. There's so many trees around. Come on. Famous last words, eh? There's a couple of proper shattered tree stumps in front of us. Can we winch onto those? Do they count as winch points? Maybe not. Oh, that's a much better winch point. Yeah, straight ahead. Right, there we go. We're moving. We are in low gear. I don't know how important that is. Right, where's the tower gone? He's over here. So we'll crunch through a couple of these little trees, will we? Get out of low gear. There you go. We've got our oomph back. One tower unlocked. Oh my word. That was a lot of damage in one go on the corner there. I thought we were going to unlock the watchtower. We'll have the scene. Ooh, look, it's misty. Upgrade location discovered. We like the sound of that. Where's that? Up there. So where does that road go back down to? So we've got a little mission here. We've got a trailer. More fuel. That's good. So from here, we could go up and try and get this upgrade part. Or should we leave that to the scouts? We'll leave that to the scouts. Because that looks like quite a hill. Where are we going to go? That looks like quite a hill as well. A narrow one. Right, there we go. We're going to go straight up here. Let's see. Come on, bad boy. Exploration is part of this game, not just mission fulfillment. So let's explore. This is quite a hill. Oh my word. We've got one of the heavier loads and we haven't got diff locks, but we're wiggling. There's a nice big tree up here. Come on, come on. We're doing it. Yeah. I don't think that tree is going to be an awful lot of help, is it? Right, handbrake, handbrake. Again, we'll go to manual winch points. So that's the one we want. Handbrake off. Get the winch going. Come on, get us moving. Get us moving. We're moving. We stopped moving completely. We're rolling back now. Come on. We're going to get out of low gear. And that seems to have given us enough oomph to get going actually. Without diff locks, low gear is not always helpful. I think we're going to go into low gear here because we're going to go down the really steep hill. This is going to try and tip us over, no doubt. Alright, gently. I hope we fit through all these gaps. Oh, don't you even try it. We're through, we're through. The low gear now is controlling the speed on the descent. There you go. We're just rolling now. I'm not doing anything at all. If I go into that gear, we're going to pick up a bit more speed. Right, we're back onto the road. What's this place here? Is that anything of relevance? Let's have a look. I've kind of taken the wrong turning. That's the entrance to the next map, so we want to turn round, that's for sure. Well, we've sunk quite badly there. And the rain's pouring down. I think I'm right in saying the rain has no effect whatsoever on the ground. I'm going to grab some fuel from you. And we're going to activate this mission. What we got going on here? Ooh, rolled out the box. Back in the box. Engine off. Handbrake. Show task. Oh man, we could really use a favour here. We were doing some hauling for Oysen and got stuck in the dang mud. Boss is going to chew us out if we don't get it delivered on time. Can you do us a solid and help us out? Well, maybe. Let's get the details. Scout is recommended. What have we got to do? It's like, ah, right, okay. So we'll come back to that one. That's a little scout mission. The rain is awful. It's starting to get darker. Before the sun went down completely, I brought the Fleetstar around. I brought him around from over here, where the Chevrolet is. I drove him around this track which I hadn't used, but on the way I discovered a service trailer. So if you need repair parts on this map, there is a service trailer right up here on the north edge. I'm now down here preparing in the morning to cut across this area to what looks like is some kind of disused road and get up and get that upgrade. But we're going to leave you now. We should be back in the morning in the next episode to continue the exploration, get this place tidied up and back up and running. So leave a comment if you've got any suggestions, and leave a like if you've liked it, and subscribe if you want to stay in touch. But for now, take care of yourselves and each other, and goodbye.